you have seen about how to write the synopsis, how to present your synopsis paper, and how does it reflect on your total performance and the marks. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are going to perform about the major experiment. You are given with a major experiment. First thing is you are having a clue. What are the experiments will come under major and what is the chart procedure? Okay, the chart procedure has to be referred in the standard pharmacopoeia. This is a pharmacopoeia or standard textbook. For example, you are going with a chemical test. You need to refer chemical test by Coquette or by a review paper. Okay. So if you write this chemical test for agar, we will have some clues. And you are doing a major experiment as transfer section. So what are the things needed for the transfer section? The brush is needed, the sharp blade is needed, and the way you are mounting the slide. Am I right? So you are viewing the under the microscope. So once you are keeping the microscope, due to tension, you must not keep it in a wrong way. You have to be very clear that my first step is making a thin section. So here itself your work is 50% done. And before coming for the experiment, you know that if it is thin corner, what are all the parts? If it is cloud, what are all the parts? So you will have a clue that ginger means these are the parts. So this part should be visualized carefully if it is a transfer section. So once you are drawing epidermal cells, okay, so you know that you have to keep a clue here. Part ginger, epidermis should be like this. This endodermis should be like this. And what are the special three-dimensional vision which can differentiate from other plant tissues? So that we have to mention here. For example, in case of Sharna, you will have a different epidermal appearance. Stomata will be different. So this parts you have to mention in your paper. So before coming for the major experiment, the first thing is what are the accessories needed. If it is a chemistry lab, you need to have the lab towel, you need to have a matchbox, you need to have all the stationary things, and also if it is a stirring experiment or if it is a collisional experiment, you should understand that the temperature mentioned in the practicals is very important. If you are mentioned due to tension, if you are not maintaining at 10 degrees, you may not get the product. So your work will be half work done. You may not be able to complete the major experiment, so your minor experiment also will get affected, your valve will also get affected. So while you are doing one work, focus on that one work. You are doing a major experiment, things like you do, thin sections you take, you keep it mounted, professionally you do. You do it like a scientist, you do it like an experimental, you do it very cool, so that your mounting will be perfect. When you are having time, this things like you are having everything you have mounted, everything you have done perfectly. The first day what you have prepared as a clue, as an assignment. How you are doing for synopsis, same way you do for major experiment also. You have 5 experiments, that major 5 experiments. How I should write it in my paper, practice it in common. Nothing wrong in that. You are practicing to get the marks. So in this 15 marks, the maximum mark 14 will be given if everything is correct. And also in the minor experiment, if the chemical test and the color matches, 10 out of 10 will be. Are you getting me? So this is the way every teacher will evaluate your paper. So the major experiment is over means minor experiment. Once you are having some errors, then also you have to cool yourself that I have done already. This is not a task. I will complete it. I will repeat it, and you can repeat in time. No examiner will say no that if you are going wrong also, be bold and be confident and be honest that this went wrong, I will do again. So you don't think that it will be fully, the marks will get reduced. You honestly will pay them marks. And coming for the minor experiment, you are having 4 test tubes means first work is clear the test tubes. Rinse it with acetone so that all the debris will come out. So you are having acetone, the colorants are there in the test tube, rinse it with acetone. And you have a small brush in your, whatever you are bringing laboratory, you have a small brush, and also you have a liquid vaseline detergent something, so that you can wash it perfectly, do it to the standardized level. So these are the tips for major experiment and minor experiment. Coming for the viva, you are sitting in the viva with a confident posture. That gives 1 mark. Your answer to the examiner in a polite way, in a humility way, that gives 1 mark. Another 3 marks is for your knowledge. So you are sitting confidently, you are writing. So every bar in the practical examination, both external and internal will see your attitude. I hope you have a right attitude and complete these 3 practicals forthcoming in a successful